apparently Rite Aid got their act back together. The system is running, so we are over here just picking up a few things. Just like a couple of things for the house, and there was one other main thing. Oh, a money order that I had to get from over here. So yeah, Aiden and I are just kicking it, getting a couple of things, and I will see you guys once we get out of here because I don't know if this copyright music is going to come up on here. So yeah, we will see you guys in a few. All right, so we are back in. I got everything I needed to get today from Rite Aid, and I gotta go and take this money order to my rental office. And I don't know, today is so nice outside, y'all. Like, I really want to get out and enjoy this weather. It is rare because I bet you by tomorrow it's gonna be back freezing cold. So when it's warm, I like to get out and do all that I got to do. So I'm about to take full advantage of this weather today. So if you hear all of this banging in the background, that is the contractors that my community is using to renovate the apartment. While I was at Rite Aid, I picked up, let's see, my favorite snack. I love eating these Lay's. Aiden was pressed to show y'all his Sour Patch Kids. Okay. And I'm just having some white grape juice that I just poured some in my water bottle. And that's my little snack before I go out to the rental office and go to finish the laundry. So yeah, that is probably what I'm going to be doing for the next couple of hours until I go out and really take advantage of this gorgeous weather. Also, I'm looking for some recommendations, y'all, because when I film, I do use a selfie stick, and it's the type that has a microphone built in the bottom. So I have my phone like completely plugged into it, and I need to. Oh my gosh, she will be barking like a psychopath right now. Yeah. But yeah, I feel like the volume is kind of like muffled a little bit, so I'm just looking for something that I can. I'm just looking for something that I can use to still have my hand free, but to have better sound quality. So if you have any recommendations, I am looking into the DJI Osmo, but I want to get a couple of other recommendations as well. So if you know of any, please leave that in the comments below because I really do want something else besides this particular selfie stick. Lady. Hey guys, so I'm just in my room folding up some laundry. I didn't really do much today. Once I got back in from the rental office, all I did was wash clothes, came in, got Aiden in the tub, ate. Aiden actually ate the rest of the spaghetti that I made last night, and I ate some grilled chicken that I had, and just put it into a salad. So he's in the living room chilling. He was actually trying to doze off, but I was not having it, honey, because if Aiden goes to sleep too early, he will wake up like 2 hours later and then try to chill for the rest of the night. And I'm not having it. Like, he does that from time to time, so I make sure that he stayed up. This is exactly why I need a different device to hold my phone when I'm recording. So guys, don't forget to provide those suggestions below. So yeah, that's that. And I was just thinking about this question that's kind of been like playing in my head. So a few weeks ago, probably sometime in February, I was out and this guy approached me, and he asked me for my phone number. Now, typically, I do not give my number out to guys. I really don't have a interest in dating at this current moment. And that's a whole different story as to why. But, I mean, he seemed okay. And I just gave him the number. Totally out of my normal, but I did. And so he had asked me to text him once I got home, and I'm not texting anybody. You want my number? You wanted to, I guess he called me and put the number on my phone, or I think he texted me and gave me his name or number or whatever. And I wasn't like caring to text him. Like, I got home that night, I did not text him. I didn't think nothing about him. And a few days later, he called me. And I was like, oh, well, I'm sorry, I forgot to text you. So as we were talking and everything, he asked me how old I was. So I asked him, how old did I look? He told me that I looked like I probably was like 22, right? So I'm not in my 20s at all. And so um, when I told him how old I was and I asked him how old he was, he said he was 50 years old. So I'm thinking to myself, if you're 50 and you thought I was 22 or however old, somebody in their early 20s, why did you approach me? You know, like I'm just curious to know, what do men rather, because at that age you are a grown. So I just went on and muted this part because I was hitting the microphone again and the noise was just unbearable. So I just muted it so we wouldn't have to listen to that. It's like, okay, dudes that come after girls that are so young, they're immature. And I think that they feel like women in their age group are not going to, tolerate them and their immaturity or their stupidness or whatever the heck that they got going on. So I feel like they go and they target younger ladies so that they can have somebody, I guess, like more on their level, somebody that they can get over on or something of that nature. Because I just don't understand. If you thought I was 22 and you're 50, why did you date me? A woman in her 40s or her 50s wasn't like, isn't up your alley, So I just want to know, what do y'all think about that? And my personal opinion on it, I think like that because when I was 19, yeah, matter of fact, rewind. When I was 17, right, I started working at this place, and this guy owned it, and his son worked for him. And the guy was his son rather was in his 30s, and I was like 17 when I started working there. And he used to tell me once they found out how old I was, because they all thought I was in my 20s then. Um, Once they found out that I was only 17, everybody was shocked. And he was like, "Oh, I wish you was a little bit older, because I would put the Mac on you and get you, girl." So I'm like, okay. So long story short, after some time went by, a couple years went by, when I turned 19, I started dating this guy. And this guy was literally, what was he, 38 years old? So that's almost 20 years older than me. And I'm 19 and you 38. Now looking back at it as me now being a 31-year-old woman, I'm like, what did this guy want from me? You know what I mean? Like, really, what did this guy want from me? I was 19. What can I really do for you? So in my head, I just look at it like, okay, guys like that have to be like totally immature. Men like that have to be immature, because I personally do not know what you would want with a teenager or somebody in their early 20s. Because me, I'm 31 and I ain't dating no 19-year-old dude, and I'm not dating no 17-year-old dude. I'm not looking at you telling you how good you look, and I'm wishing you was 18. I'm not doing none of that. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't get it. I really don't get it. So yeah, that's just something that popped into my mind, because after I spoke to him maybe like 2 or 3 times, and I guess he saw that I wasn't really showing no interest, because it wasn't really that I wasn't showing interest. I mean, he don't look old. I definitely didn't think that he was going to say that he was 50, right? So, like I said, he don't look old, and it's not that I'm not really showing interest. I just feel like if a guy approached you and asked you for your number, he was the one that showed interest. And I feel like a guy should be putting out majority of the effort to show you that he really wants to get to know you. I don't chase men. I'm not pressed. I've been single for a little over 2 years, and I'm fine. Like, I've gotten to this place of like contentment in my singleness. Like, before, when I was younger, I would look at being single as if it was like the end of me, because I didn't realize how needy I was, like how pressed I was for a relationship. Or when I got with a guy, he couldn't even go home because I want him to be in my house every day, and like, just I'm so glad that I matured and I'm no longer so young minded and so dependent on another person. Like a man is not your God. The only person you're supposed to be chasing like that is God. You know what I'm saying? So once I got that in my head, it was just like, okay, well, if I meet someone, I do. If I don't, then I don't. Like I am totally, totally not pressed. I'm content. For the first time in my life, I can say that I'm just in this really content space with being single, trying to build my businesses and like I have all these really big goals and dreams that I want to accomplish, and give back and really create programs and things in my community and just really put a change out here. Like I'm just that person that sees myself really making a difference in the world. Like I'm fulfilled when I do things for other people and help other people. So yeah, that's just my little rant and rumble while I fold these clothes up. And yeah, just let me know what y'all think because I don't know. That it just doesn't make sense to me. What does a 50-year-old man want with a 20 or 22, however old he thought I was, young lady? So yeah. There's my Pookie Bear. I gave in and let him go to sleep at 8:30, so I'm hoping that he'll sleep through the night. I don't know why he still tries to wake up in the middle of the night if he goes to sleep early like a little baby. But yeah, it's not happening tonight. I hope he stays asleep this whole entire night because I still have a couple more things to do before I hit the sack. I need to send out a couple of messages to some people who were interested in partnering with me in my network marketing company. So I have to send those messages out, schedule some phone calls for this week, and whatever other little odds and ends I have to do around the house. So yeah, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and end the vlog. I just got a text message. End the vlog for tonight, and I will see you guys on Thursday.